The more successful I got and he got, and we believed in each other, the more of a jerk he became. You know, he used his good credit to purchase property that he chose to wine and dine his extramarital affairs. This girl wasn't the only one. She just happens to be the one who kept his baby.
Kevin Hunter won't stop hounding his ex-wife for more money, and he's milking her to the last penny. Wendy Williams, on the other hand, had had enough of this crap and exposed him for threatening her for more money for him and his lover. What is it if this isn't gold mining? As if Wendy Williams' gift wasn't enough, Kevin Hunter appears to be pursuing legal action in order to obtain additional money from Wendy. The TV host, who is clearly not in excellent physical health, has been giving her ex-husband money out of the goodness of her heart. As a result, Kevin has remained unemployed since their divorce and is living paycheck to paycheck on alimony payments. The TV program host has publicly expressed her dissatisfaction with Kevin, and we support her.
You've moved on. He's moved on. Have you forgiven the situation now?
Yeah. I don't regret meeting him. I don't regret falling in love with him. I don't regret expressing my love on radio and TV about him, even though I knew that he was a cheat and I knew I was going to divorce him and I knew the bitch and I knew the situation.
We're proud that she had the guts to end it with him because they were dragging the marriage for a long time, and it was obviously hurting her. For having no regrets about marrying Kevin just proves how good of a person she truly is. Wendy and Kevin's marriage was far from perfect. We mean really, really far. The two were married for almost 2 decades, yet many unusual things happened during those years. Wendy was always the star, and Kevin was her right-hand man. He was her manager, and he was also a producer of The Wendy Williams Show. Then, while she was crucifying herself and protecting him, he went disloyal to so many women. She initially learned about the adultery after she gave birth to their son in the year 2000. They were unlucky with their first and second pregnancies, which is most likely why Kevin Hunter fell unfaithful. Wendy stated that she had forgiven him for the sake of their family and because she genuinely loved him. Wendy's family, on the other hand, begged her to leave Kevin, but she refused since she said she loved him. She could have chosen any man she wanted, but she chose him because of the family they built together. Despite Wendy's forgiveness, Kevin's adultery continued. One of the women he was with was also with him for a long time. The worst aspect is that Wendy was aware of this but did nothing since, as she claims, they were in love. Kevin was labeled a serial cheater by her. Apparently, she was aware of his relationships virtually from the start of their relationship, including before they were married. But she claims she has no regrets about putting up with him for the past 25 years. They were in love, she's correct. But it is also clear that he is manipulating her for her money. Kevin would lavish his favorite mistress Sharina Hudson with costly automobiles, luxury bags, and even a mansion 9 miles away from his and Wendy's family home. Wendy was aware that her ex-husband used the funds to wine and dine his other business associates. He appears to be a real gold digger for that. According to rumors, he even told Sharina that he was staying with Wendy and couldn't leave because she was paying all the costs. The real question is whether Sharina will stay with Kevin now that he's broke, unemployed, and without Wendy. We're guessing yes, since why else would Kevin Hunter battle so hard for alimony and, more shockingly, child support for his 22-year-old son? The plot begins when Wendy discovers that there is more going on than just a connection. After engaging a private investigator, she discovered Kevin's long-term mistress was pregnant with his child. Hiring a private investigator is something that many celebrities do. Wendy came out on top in this situation. Her sole rule was that he couldn't get anyone pregnant since she didn't want to take care of another person's loved child with him because she already knew he was unfaithful. When Sharina became pregnant, divorce papers were immediately served on Kevin Hunter's doorway. Wendy Williams and Kevin Hunter formalized their divorce in January 2020. Williams stated at a press conference that she had no regrets regarding the turbulent events in her life, particularly those involving her ex-husband and former manager.
Have you changed out the credit cards and the bank accounts and everything to change your last name?
No, my name is Wendy Hunter.
Okay.
And that's my son's name. And you can't take away... Don't make me... Next.
So who is Wendy right now?
Happy.
Are you?
Yeah. Yes, Karen. Yes. You know what, Karen? I'm happy. I'm healthy, despite my ankles.
Yeah, that's.
And I am at peace with the world and everyone around me. The cops aren't protecting me, so I learn how to run. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get splashed in the face. I am going through a situation in my family.
She's far too nice for this since what followed was heartbreaking. Kevin Hunter wants to be paid for alimony and child support, but he can't because their child is no longer a minor. Wendy, of course, agreed. She didn't mind paying alimony because Kevin had helped her grow her profession as her manager, and since they were married, it wasn't an issue for her. Even though her followers and relatives were opposed, alimony was scheduled to be granted there. They had been together for decades, and she still loved him. This served him well for many years because he had no employment. Divorcing Wendy entails being fired from the Wendy Williams show as well. Wendy sacked him as her manager the same day he was presented with divorce papers, which he thoroughly deserved. Kevin Hunter then issued a public apology to Wendy in order to appear good in front of the public, without confirming or denying that he is the father of the kid. "I am not proud of my recent actions and take full accountability and apologize to my wife, my family, and her amazing fans." In a statement, Kevin stated, "I am going through a moment of self-reflection and am trying to correct some wrongs." He had to be kidding when he stated that. Wendy Williams began to spiral as a result of how he portrayed her, making her unwell and finally abandoning the Wendy Williams show. She became addicted to alcohol and went in and out of rehab several times. Wendy, it turns out, had a surprise up her sleeve. She ruined their new home and dismissed him from his job. The nicest part of all was that she was not compelled to pay alimony if she lost her job or her program. She would offer money as long as she had the Wendy Williams program or another project lined up with the same salary. She left the show, which was canceled after a few months, and she then ceased paying alimony. She did, in fact, pay it out of her own cash for a few months, which was quite nice of her. But she is no longer legally obligated to do so, and her ex-husband is enraged. Alimony would enable Sharina to start new businesses that didn't last long, and Kevin would be able to support his family even while he wasn't working. Now that all is finished, they are disparaging Wendy and her guardians, who are assisting her financially while she is ill. This just goes to show what a monster Kevin is. He didn't even pause to consider his ex or her well-being. This guy has a lot of guts. He has no idea they contributed to Wendy's downward spiral and reliance on drink. Wendy's supporters swiftly came to her defense, stating things like, "The irony of it all is that it was Kevin's infidelity that led to his love child. That led to Wendy's mental breakdown. That led to her absence in making money that he relied on upon to set him and his mistress up. Karma is undefeated, and if Kevin didn't know how to be a part of Wendy's lifestyle, then he needed to be booted out. If he made Wendy, then go create that success for Sharina." Her fans are correct as well. Kevin is ecstatic about making Wendy famous, so why can't he do the same for Sharina? Wendy Williams is still living her life as a billionaire and dating men from time to time. In fact, she was recently photographed leaving NOBU in NYC with Mark Toonlin for dinner. On the other hand, Kevin Hunter has threatened to sue if she does not continue to pay him more alimony because he has openly said he is broke. He also admitted that he had fallen behind on his obligations, including payments to the Homeowners Association of the costly house he shares with Sharina, which could lead to foreclosure. He further claims that he needs hip surgery, which he cannot pay without insurance, and that is a result of his non-treatment. He suffers from everyday discomfort.
So I'm not gonna take a lot of time because, I'm getting emotional. And I told myself I wasn't gonna do this.
Kevin couldn't live his lavish lifestyle without his successful wife. Karma is going to get him. Wendy is sure to have some hot tea waiting for us when she returns as a TV show host. We can hardly wait until that day. And that's it from us today. Until next time, bye.